Hey guys, it's Britt, and welcome to Holistic Healing Light, where I want to give everyone the tools to intuitively be able to guide their own destiny. If you're anything like me, you may be a collector of multiple notebooks that you just seemingly just love the aesthetic of them, want to write in them, and they kind of sit there. And I'm going to share something personal. It's a very alchemizing moment for me. I do still have a hard time writing things down, and it was actually not until this moment that I realized how significant writing down things have helped me with my manifestations. So I'm going to tell a story about that, but I'm going to first let you know why this is very alchemizing for me. I am someone who has survived many different things, and one of those things was SA as a child. During the process, I had a diary that was tried to be used during a court hearing. And if anybody knows how, especially as a kid, that could feel, that you are entrusting. I mean, I was someone that had tons of diaries. I would write in them all the time. And I'd found myself after that moment of me finding that my diary was stolen and tried to use in a court case, I just kind of stopped writing. And so then I collected a ton of notebooks with always the promise to myself that I would start journaling again and all of these different things. And if I'm being honest, it wasn't really until this moment until I realized how important it is to say exactly what you want to say on those pages. A year ago, was single. I spent a lot of time alone. I cut off a lot of friendships that were not the best friendships. I spent time disconnecting from my family, which I do love very much. But I really needed that time to go within and figure out how to heal myself. My whole goal is to help people to figure out how they intuitively within themselves, without creating more programs of you need to do this step and this step, and which drives me a little crazy, especially even within the spiritual community, of creating a program where I want to show things that are going to just help you to naturally figure out what's going to be best in your healing journey. And I'm really hoping that the algorithm brings you to this video. I'm a very real person. When starting this channel, there was a lot of things that I didn't even, it's almost like I kind of repelled against, or, the things that would create me to have this mindset of why I didn't want to do it. I'm not really big into editing. I want it to be very just real and not so cookie cutter perfect, because that's not the way that you heal. We all know that when you are on a healing journey, those can be the toughest times that you will go through. Why the story is so significant of writing things down and why I'm sharing it in real time was a couple months ago, my partner and I, we bought our dream house. And if I think back to a year ago, I was single, I was renting a room, I didn't have much people around me. But what I did do on occasion, and now I'll be doing a lot more, is writing things down. I want to share with you what I found when we were packing up our stuff to move a couple months ago. Here is from 3/10/25. So this was, I found this that I had wrote while packing a year after I wrote this. Make space, let go of control, receive abundance. Focusing on what you want is your main priority. On the list, it states financial freedom, which I am currently working on, but every single other thing on this list has happened. And let me remind you that I did not know this was gonna happen. Like, it blew my mind when I found this journal. So financial freedom, working on that. True deep love, which I did find in my partner Ron. Mental clarity, healthy lifestyle, active life, true friends, which I find very funny because when you ask, the universe will give you what you need. And for me, that was actually cutting out unhealthy friendships. A fulfilled career, happiness and joy, spiritual depth, my own home. This one hits probably the hardest for me in the best way. Is like I said a year ago, I was single, renting a room, who does not have good credit, who was paycheck to paycheck, and I am standing in my dream home that I have with my partner. Marriage and family, stability, and a healing practice. This is my main goal. What are you going to do to change it? I also feel like adding in where I was talking to myself was really what helped these manifestations appear. I just couldn't believe it. Like I still, when I opened that in the first page when I'm going to pack and I saw that, it brought me to tears. I have to state that clearly I even need to write things down more. So then, as I quit my corporate job, I started my LLC, which is Holistic Healing Light, providing a lot of different spiritual insight, basically wanting to help people heal through my journey of healing and how I can help people intuitively with that guidance to propel them on their healing journey. I had grabbed this notebook and I go to write down my new business, like passwords, all that stuff, and I open it up. Like I said, I got a lot of notebooks with some random written pages on it, so you're not the only one. And in it is Brittany's healing guide. So I was like, oh, that's super cool. Not even realizing that I'd missed the first page. This was written June 11th, last strawberry full moon, which we just had ours yesterday and we're still in it. When I started this channel, and it states, I am grateful for my abundance. Luck is in my DNA. I am healthy. My body is healing itself. My body is whole and happy. I am worthy of true love. Nothing is in the way of my dreams. I am the star. I love my job, which I do, which is helping people heal. I love healing people. I conquered hard times and I am ready for receiving my abundance. I am ready for life to bless me and I am protected in that. If you had a video of me a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it would have seemed like all of that was just a dream. What I've learned, and that's why I wanted to share it with you guys, is that writing down what you want, it does work. All of those things on that list are things that I have received. So pick up those notebooks, write down what you want. And I also want to write down new goals for myself. I'm even thinking it would be fun to do like 3 months, 6 months, and a year. And I also want to hear from you guys some cool magical moments of how writing down what you want to manifest for your life have happened, and to share that with people, because I just found this to be the most simple but important message to get out there. Follow your dreams. Know that what you feel inside, even when everybody says you're crazy, even when you lose relationships that you thought that you would have forever, go with those feelings. So let me know what you guys think.